Hey everybody, and welcome to your introduction video for Lab 4 in Physics 1106. Okay, Lab 4, we are actually using our lab kit. Now, you don't really need it if you already have one of these objects lying around, because what we're going to use is the tire pressure gauge. Okay, now yours may not be in a package, it might just be loose. But you may have one of these already in your car. Feel free to use the one that you know how to use. Really doesn't matter. But if you've never used one before, I want you to watch a video on how to use it, okay? Because it might be a little confusing. All right, so let's take a look at the manual. So when we go to the manual site, you'll see that we have a little pre-lab here, which is on Moodle, okay? But you can read about it here. And then the lab starts. Now, what we're after, right, is trying to compare what we measure for the force on all four tires in a car, with the weight of the car, because if you add up the force on all four tires, you should get the weight of that car. Okay, so hopefully you have a car you can use to do this. Now, when you're measuring the tire pressure with your tire pressure gauge, please make sure that the car has a parking brake on, right? That you're on some level ground somewhere is the best. We don't want anyone getting hurt. So emergency brake is always your friend. By the way, always use your emergency brake no matter what the situation. Get in the habit. Okay. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure the pressure, right? So that will give you P. And then you need to measure the area of contact of the tire with the ground. Now we're leaving this up to you of how to do this. Again, you're going to make sure the emergency brake is on and the car is not on, right? Be safe. Figure out how to measure the contact area, right? So notice here in this picture, this car has a flat tire. Don't measure your pressure on a flat tire. But you can see the contact area is very big. And so you might be able to get a ruler out here and it's like measure the width of the tire here, measure how long it is here. And then it's basically a rectangular patch where it's hitting the ground. So something like that for when it's not flat, as you can see over here. Okay. And of course, this is going to be an estimate, right? All right. But we're after the force on each tire. And of course, you might have different pressures on each tire. So don't assume that the pressure is the same on all four tires. Okay. Because we want to solve for F, and then all those forces added together should be close to the weight of the car you're measuring. Now, of course, you're going to have to figure out that weight by looking it up on the web somewhere. And if you have a much older car, that might be harder. Or if you have a bunch of stuff in your car, it shouldn't make that much difference. But if you have a bunch of cinder blocks in the back of your car, then you might make a difference. But in general, if you just have a bunch of regular stuff in your car, it's not going to make that much of a difference. So hopefully you can find the accepted weight of your car and see how all this compares. And that's basically it for this lab. So let's go back here, and you can see here's the pre-lab that you're gonna take, this quiz, and then there's an informal report quiz that kind of asks you about what happened, what did you do? Okay. Well, I hope you have fun. Again, be safe. Emergency brake always, 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 all the time, not just for this lab. Okay. Well, good luck with everything, and I hope you can find the weight of your car on the web.